Good morning, class 8. Myself, Ranjit Kumar. I welcome you all in the e-learning program of Modern English School, Kuntinagar, Navada. This is the 8th video lecture of the chapter Crop Production and Management. In last video, we have seen that after weeding, and after weeding means protection of the plant, next was threshing or harvesting. What is harvesting? Harvesting is the process of collecting mature or ripened crops from the field is called harvesting. Harvesting is done with the help of harvester or with the help of sickle. After harvesting, two process that is called threshing and winnowing is performed. What is threshing? Threshing is the process of separating grains from the harvested crop is called threshing, and this threshing can be done manually or with the help of a machine. The manually means, for example, crop has been brought from the field, a bundle is made up of the crops, and that crop is striked against any hard surface so that grains get separated from the crop. So this is manual threshing, and after that a machine called thresher can be used for separating grains from the harvested crop. A machine called combine means two work is done by same machine. A machine called combine is used for harvesting as well as threshing. So combine can do harvesting as well as threshing. Next is, after you have separated the grains from the crop or the harvested crop, you will have grains along with some small particles that has separated from the harvested crop. Means now you have to separate grains from the chaff. Chaff means small light particles that come along with the grain is called chaff. This process is called winnowing. In class 6 you have gone through that you separate husk from the cereals or the grain with the help of wind. You take the substance or the grains in a container and you will drop the grain from certain height, and with the help of wind the lightweight chaff will flow away to some distance and grain will fall vertically, so that will separate the grains from the chaff. This process is called winnowing. So these two processes that you have to see, that is, first is threshing. Threshing means the process of separating grains from harvested crop is called threshing. Threshing can be done either first manually by striking harvested crop against any hard surface, or it can be done with the help of a machine called thresher. The name of the machine is thresher. A farm machine called combine is used for both harvesting and threshing. Next process is winnowing. What is winnowing? The process of separating grains from the chaff with the help of wind is called winnowing. So these two processes, threshing and winnowing, is followed by harvesting. Next is storage. Storage is done, the grains that is harvested that need to be stored properly, because if it is stored properly, it will remain available for entire country throughout the year. Means पूरे देश के लिए ये grain stored होगा, means for throughout the year. So this is called storage. So proper storage is done so that the grains do not get rot or do not get rotten. So for proper storage, what is the purpose of storage? The purpose of storage is storing the grains for long duration and making it available to entire country throughout the year is called storage. The freshly harvested crop cannot be stored because freshly harvested crop have lots of moisture in it. So the freshly harvested crop need to sun dry. Means it should be dried in sun before storing, because moisture that is present in the grain, means freshly harvested grain, it will promote, means it will give chance of the contamination, or it will promote the growth of microbes, means microorganism can grow when there is sufficient moisture in the grain. So we need to sun dry it, means धूप में इसको सुखा लेंगे तभी इसको स्टोर करेंगे. During storage we have to keep in mind that first we have dried it to protect it from the microorganism, but during storage we have to make sure that food is also protected from the rodents, that is rats, insect, worms. So we need to store the grains in such a way that it is remains safe from the rats, insect and worms. This storage can be done in small scale or large scale. If we are talking about small scale, domestic level, means at our home, we store this grain in the gunny bag or the bag, jute bag, or we will store this grain in metallic can or metallic container. मेटल का बना हुआ, टिन का बना हुआ कंटेनर, उसमें हम लोग ग्रेन्स को स्टोर करेंगे. While storing we will add dried neem leaf, नीम का पत्ता डाल देंगे साथ में, so that it will protect the grains from the insect and worms. On large scale, in commercial level, the grains are stored either in the gunny bag or silos or granaries, बड़ा बड़ा मेटल का कंटेनर होता है या सीमेंट का बना हुआ कंटेनर होता है, उस कंटेनर में हम लोग ग्रेन को स्टोर करते हैं। एंड while storing we have to make sure to use means do chemical treatment, means some chemicals are used for the protection of the grains from the insect, rat and worms. So that is storage. So crop produce means the product, crop produce must be stored properly so that it remain available in different part of country throughout the year, means it should be available throughout the year. Before storage, grains must be dried properly. So grains should be stored, before storing it should be dried properly. Storage is done in following ways. First, on small scale, that is domestic level, grains are stored in jute bags or small metallic bins. Along with grains, dried neem leaves are put that will protect the grain from insects and worms. So the on small scale or at domestic level, grains are stored in jute bags. Jute bags or small metallic bins. Along with the grains, dried neem leaves are put that will protect the grain from the insect and worms. Okay. On large scale, grains are stored in gunny bags or silos or granaries. Chemical treatment protect grains from rats, insects and worms. Means chemical treatment is done for protection of grains from the rat, insect and worms. Next topic is food from animals. Till now we have discussed about food that we get from the plant, how food is produced, how food is protected, how food is harvested, how food is separated, threshing, winnowing, storage, everything we have seen. One small topic is there, food from the grains, the food that we get from food from animals, food that we get from animals are milk, egg, fish, meat, and honey. So for milk production we domesticate different animals, cows, buffaloes. Egg we go for the domestic, means poultry. Fish we are going for fish culture. Meat we are getting from the chicken as well as the goat also. And honey we get from the honey bees, that is apiculture. So these things are done. So to getting milk, egg, fish, meat, we need to on large scale for getting this, we need to keep the animals. We have to take care of the animal. We have to provide shelter to them. We have to take care of animal. We have to feed the animal. For example, if I am going for milk production, so for milk production I have to domesticate different animals. To that animals I have to provide shelter to them. I have to provide taking care of them. I have to provide food to the means healthy food to the animal. Then only they will give sufficient milk to us. If we are laying for, means if we are going for egg, we will keep poultry, and from the poultry we will get the egg. So for that we have to take care of the animal, means the bird, so that I provide them sufficient food so that they will give good quality and good quantity of the egg. For fish we have to make a pond, and in that pond we have to provide sufficient nutrient to the fish that they will grow fast, and that fish I can sell in the market. Meat for same thing. And if we are going for honey, that is apiculture. Apiculture is the process of rearing of honey bee for the production of honey is called apiculture. This is called pisciculture, this is called apiculture. So different method is there. But this apiculture, pisciculture all together is called animal husbandry. What do you mean by animal husbandry? Animal husbandry. Taking care of the animal with food, shelter and care is on large scale is called animal husbandry. So rearing means taking care. Rearing of animals on large scale with proper food, shelter and care is called animal husbandry. Individually taking care and providing shelter and providing food to the honey, for the honey means taking care of honey bee for honey is called apiculture. It is called apiculture. And the for fish, taking care of fish is called pisciculture. So different name is there, but all together We are talking about all animal, so it is called animal husbandry. Rearing of animal on large scale with proper food, shelter and care is called animal husbandry. You remember in class 7 you have seen in chapter fiber to fabric there is a term called sericulture. Sericulture, taking care of the silkworm for obtaining silk from it is called sericulture. So these all are differently, it is called different name, but all together commonly it is called animal husbandry. So with this topic animal husbandry, your chapter number 1 is over. Still anyone have any problem, you can ask, okay? And next day we will discuss about the exercise, okay? Thank you.